What is the best way to find purpose? Or how do you find purpose? I think for me, I mean I think for a lot of people it's probably pretty simple, just what gives you the highest rate of return on happiness for, you know, maybe time investment. Um Maybe happiness is satisfaction, uh utility. Um, I feel like recently I'm just so spread thin. I'm just all over the place. And I think maybe it's just because I'm at a point in my life where I'm in college. I am just doing a bunch of different things, and I don't really know where I'm headed. And no one really does, but you definitely have a better understanding of where you're at and where you're going when you're a little older, maybe in your 30s. And you definitely have a better understanding of where you're at and where you're going in, your younger traditional schooling years of, oh, next year I'll be in 10th grade. Oh, next year I'll be in 11th grade, and it just progresses step by step. But after you graduate high school, there's just this weird time where it's just like 10, 12, 15 years of just figuring yourself out. You know, you're not listening to like you're an adult, You're not listening to uh people telling you what to do. I mean, you might be. But for me, that doesn't give me satisfaction to make other people happy over myself. In a lot of cases, maybe that's selfish. But I love, like, I respect my parents. Um, but what would make me more happy is almost more important in a way. Um, Even if I value and listen to their advice on what I should do. Um, but yeah, I mean, I'm in that period of just kind of confusion, and figuring yourself out. And maybe that's your whole life, but I feel like right now it's really heightened. And I feel like once you start heading down a path, it settles in a way, as in it just makes less sense to be, shifting all over the place and, oh, well, I should try this, I should try that, just to see if I like it. And I feel like you get to a point where you've learned, oh, I do like this, I don't like that, and here's why. Um, but it's just this hot mess of just, oh, okay, well, I should be doing that, but I also want to do this, but I also want to do that, and I'm just stretched so thin that it's like, what is the purpose here? Um, you can see a simple purpose of, oh, well, I'm just figuring out basically on a basic level what I do like and what I don't like, by trying all these different aspects, these different things in my life. Um, but on a bigger level, it just feels so confusing and frustrating to just not know, like, where it's going. So, how do you find purpose in that process of searching? And that's honestly a question I don't know if I've been able to answer for myself, but it's something I think about. Um, I think day by day, it's just what makes me most satisfied. I think right now there's a couple um, there's a couple things that stand out. Being with family, going home for the weekend or whatever is super great. And I'm fortunate enough to have a family I love to be around, and also fortunate enough to have them close by. And another thing is the gym. That's rewarding in the sense that it's visibly progressive. Like, I can see myself becoming numerically better in, specific lifts or whatever I'm training. And so that is 100% rewarding in that way. And definitely something I suggest trying if you haven't tried consistently going to the gym. And a third thing is I've really enjoyed like advising other people on small design projects and thought projects on what they're working on and how to think about what they're working on. And so I've been going to probably 3 events a week where I just sit in and share thoughts. And that's been really rewarding because the structure of these events is each week that people are coming back in and sharing their progress for the week. And so, I can see how my advice is used and not used, and that's rewarding in, just the one-on-one feedback I get from how people receive what I tell them. But I think those 3 things are probably the most rewarding aspects of my life, like parts of my life that I've really enjoyed. I don't know if there's any that really stand out as being, just those things that I'm just like, I don't want to keep those around. I mean, there's definitely been bigger ones like childhood sports that have, dropped. Childhood activities, childhood friends. I mean, that's definitely one. I think right now in my life, like meeting people is a really big thing that I've been working on. And I think everyone does it. When you move to a new place, when you're in a new environment with new people, it's just, I feel like that's pretty normal to, either by choice or by circumstance, to meet people. And I think it's pretty easy to figure out who I want to keep around and who I don't want in my life anymore, just based on getting to know people and, the choices they're making, and, maybe some deeper things, more personal connection, like maybe how they think or what. I think overall it's just super tiring for anyone at any stage in their life to figure out, what they want to keep in their life and what they want to, move on from and learn from. You're bound to learn from things you don't want to keep around anymore because you won't keep those things around in the future. But it's definitely a challenge, to to let things go and, learn from them and move on. Yeah, finding purpose in this stage of my life has been really confusing. But I think just trying to find, a little bit of satisfaction in, the things I do enjoy and I perceive as things I enjoy. Like things I actually see value in, not things I say I see value in. Like, I love going to school, but it's not my favorite part of the week, you know, you might like your job, but it's not your favorite part of the week most of the time. I mean, it might be, and I hope it is, but not for everyone. Anyways, just finding normality as much as you can in keeping the things you like in your life. That seems like it brings satisfaction. And then trying new things is another. It's stressful, but important. And then, you know, getting rid of things you don't like. And I don't know, I think focusing on that first one of normality, and then that second, trying new things and keeping around the things you like, and moving on from the things you don't, is I feel like that's a solid purpose right now. But yeah, I don't know how to answer that question, and it's been on my mind a lot recently.